Hey guys, it's Amber from NotableInk.com. I'm back with another video for CutCardStock, and I'm excited to share a guest designer. My 12-year-old daughter Gretel is going to do some envelope art and Copic coloring for us today.
Hi, I'm Gretel. I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board for the first time. Look at the chart to find measurements for an A2 size card. I pre-cut basis coral cardstock to 8 1/8 square and will score at 3 5/8. So once you have the cardstock lined up at 3 5/8, use the bone folder to score on the envelope score line A. Then turn the cardstock 90 degrees and line up the scored line with the groove and score again. Repeat until all four sides are scored. It's best to score and punch the cardstock before turning to the next side. I forgot to do this, so I'll line it up again to show you. After I'm done scoring, I'll use the corner rounder at the top of the board to round two opposing corners. This adds a nice finished look to the envelope. Next, I will fold and reinforce the scored lines with a bone folder. You can use the bone folder that comes with the punch board or a Teflon bone folder. Then I will add double-sided score tape to the envelope flaps to secure it. Use a pokey tool if you have trouble removing the release paper. Fold up the flap to secure the envelope, and the envelope is ready for stamping. I loaded the envelope in a MISTI stamp positioner and stamped a floral image from Altenew Pen Sketched Flowers with Nuvo Hybrid Black Shadow ink. Basis cardstock is slightly textured and may require more than one stamping. I stamped twice. Now we're ready for coloring. I used R21, R22, R24, R29, YG63, and YG67 Copic markers. For my coloring technique, I start with my lightest color. Then I use my darkest color to add shadow and dimension. Next, I go in with my midtones to blend the colors. If it's not blended all the way, I go in with my lightest color again near the tips of the petals. Everyone's coloring is different, so you do you. Since I'm coloring on basis color cardstock, I chose similar Copic markers. I tested out the colors on a scrap piece of cardstock, especially the greens, to make sure they wouldn't turn brown. Copic markers appear darker on colored cardstock and more vibrant on white cardstock. Keep that in mind when choosing your colors. I'll put on a bit of music for a few petals and meet you back for the leaves. I'm using YG63 and YG67 for the stems and leaves. Because the areas that I'm coloring are so small, I stuck to two colors. I used the same technique as the petals. For the centers of the flowers, I used a dotting technique to add some texture. To keep things neat and tidy, I put address lines on the envelope. First, I used a ruler and a pencil. Then I went in with a black pen to hand draw the lines for a more natural look. I really enjoyed coloring with Copics and making my first envelope. I hope you enjoyed the video as well and will give it a try. Big thanks to my mom and CutCardStock for having me. Please smash that like button and subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me today. My mom will be back soon with more inspiration. Bye-bye.